Hello and welcome to another Driveshaft Dylan video. Two things new today. New glasses, and also we are in a different location. Oh, I've just backed a bush. We're in a different location, but in this different location we have someone quite special. We have Yaris, the Yaris, the loveable Toyota Yaris, who's yeah, is she? But you know, she's lovable. I mean, who wouldn't love a Toyota Yaris? So today's video was suggested by someone to speak to on Twitter. He's on YouTube called Daniel Drives, and he has Paolo, the 100 horsepower Fiat Panda. Now that's a brilliant car, I must admit. I mean, who doesn't love a Fiat Panda as much as the Yaris? You know, the Panda and the Yaris are quite similar for size and you know, practicality and the year, but the difference between Yaris and the Yaris and the Panda is that Daniel's Panda has a 1.6 in, this has a 1 litre. Okay, so before we start, I must tell you about some exciting news. We have Yaris the Yaris and Derek the W Reg merchandise. Yes, that's right. My link, the link to the Driveshaft Dylan Redbubble Store is going to be in the description box. You can buy everything. You can buy hats, t-shirts. I don't think you can buy hats. You can buy jigsaws, and they are like, and it is like fully of this car. It hasn't been animated. It's been an edited photo, just so it looks more realistic. So we're going to start this comparison between the Mark 1 and the Mark 2 Yaris. Mark 2 here and the Mark 1 that Daniel Drives also used to have. Let's start it. Do you think she's going to do well? I think she is. Now this is future Dylan filming a voiceover. If you go onto Redbubble and put in Driveshaft Dylan, you will see you have the Yaris Design. Now this was made by me on PowerPoint, believe it or not, and you can get it on absolutely everything. You can get it on mugs. You can have a tall mug, a classic mug, or you can have it on coasters. You can also have it on t-shirts, cushions, anything like that. Now the design is Yaris. With a little bit of text saying Driveshaft Dylan, Yaris the Yaris, and the hashtag for Yaris the Yaris, hashtag loved but rough. No, rough but loved. That's the one. And you can get this in sizes from a small, a medium, a large, an extra large, a 2XL, and a 3XL. And you can also choose where you want the design, if you want it on the front or the back. It's absolutely fantastic. You can also change the colour of your t-shirt, depending on what your favourite colour is or what you want the colour to be. So I think these are absolutely fantastic and great quality. Now, here is the Yaris. Now, the Yaris has been in production since 1999, starting with the Toyota, the Toyota version of the Vitz, which was... yeah, it's the Japanese Yaris. You don't see many in the UK. But this here is the Mark II, an 06 reg, registered in March 2006. Now, this is the facelift model. The one before was a little bit dinky, but this one is a bit more bigger. It's bigger than the old one by a massive 100mm, which in roughly is about 10 centimeters. It hasn't got the original alloys on, but it's been nicely, it's got nice substitutes, and you can see my laptop with the script on there. I'm not reading this script, this bit has a bit of spontaneity, but yeah. The Yaris has a lovable character, and I think everybody loves loves Yaris the Yaris. Many people know her, and I think it's just something with the Toyota Yaris. It's a lovable car, and you just love its unique design. It just looks like a traditional hatchback, so hashtag go for the Yaris. With its cute face at the front, practicality inside, and its Toyota badge for reliability, the Mark II Toyota Yaris really lives up for a lot. These fun, perky and smashing little cars are also putting depreciation through their paces, as this particular 2006 baseline model with just over 81,000 miles on the clock could be valued at £1,500 at a dealership or sold privately at £2,000. This is a lot of money, and for a car of this age, but still you're paying a small price for the quality you get with the Toyota Yaris. This particular model we brought in January last year as a replacement for my nan's, the proprietor of this previous vehicle, the Renault Scenic. We had to get something we needed something with a little more reliability and better in quality. The mechanical bills for the Renault Scenic were increasing. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's a Renault. And the tax of the vehicle becoming absolutely extortionate, we decided to say goodbye to the lean, mean breakdown machine. With the Scenic, it carried so much sentimental value and many memories to my nan, because it was the last car she brought with my granddad, who sadly passed away in 2012. But it took us on so many fantastic adventures, I think, and that's why it was so hard to say goodbye to. Now, one of the main reasons why we got rid of the Scenic was it became a bit, it didn't seem to be giving its full and its best. I mean, we had it serviced every year, brand new plugs, like high quality oil, and it still wasn't giving us the main oomph that a car should be given. But when you're carrying 4 adult size human beings in the back with a week's worth of luggage to Manchester Airport over 2 hours away, you could really feel the strain of the engine. For the 1.6 litre petrol, it became underpowered as it got older. With your foot flat to the floor, it would really be pushing 50 miles an hour, possibly 53 if you're lucky. That's uphill. It used to drink petrol as well, and I think the final MOT test was the test that broke the straw, that broke the camel's back. I think it was the final straw that did that. But it failed on over 8 things, and they weren't small little things. They were serious: suspension, engine issues, everything like that. And it still had an advisory list over like miles long. So we said goodbye to the Scenic and hello to the horizon of the Yaris. Now, the Yaris was perfect for my nan, who wanted something easy to drive, fun, practical, but yet still carried a badge of sophistication. Now, under the bonnet, it holds one of the 2 engines available for the Yaris. They were provided with a 1 litre little 8-valve engine, which was fun, perky and ready to go, and the 1.3 for people who wanted something with a little more oomph. Now, this car carries the 1 litre, and anyone who owns a Citroen C1, a Toyota Aygo or a Peugeot 107 would still be familiar with that growly 68 brake horsepower 3-cylinder 8-valve engine noise. It's absolutely fantastic. Yes, the car can be a little bit miserable on cold mornings, as I found out today, and it idles a little rough, but this was due to the oxygen sensor, who we were known about when we brought this car. And anyone who has seen my Twitter knows my hatred for that blasted oxygen sensor, because I really feel the strains of this little car. And this car means it's so fun and perky, with the few issues that were wrong with it. I think we're willing to let them slide, but get them sorted soon, so Yaris can feel happy again, and we can feel happy for making Yaris feel happy. Now, 0 to 60 in this car is, wait for it, you'll be impressed with this, 15 seconds. I know, admittedly not the fastest, but it does cry out for that 6th gear, where that's been found out when my nan was been driving down country lanes. She was used to a 6th gear car and went to put it in 6th gear and found out the massive crunch when she's accidentally put it into reverse. Sorry, Yaris, we'll get you sorted. I don't think that was many reasons for the car not being fully happy. There's another few problems with it, but we are going to get them sorted, and you know, they're easy little things to make the car happy. Now, this car likes to be ran around town, but also likes to be cruising at about 75 on the motorway. You know, it's a lovely car, I've been told, to drive. You know, I can't drive it, and any times I have been on private land. You know, and the clutch on it is so light, but still has but it's easy to control. And on the motorway, it will easily do 75, but it also wants to be pushed and go to the red line. And we've found out that it likes to be, you know, pushed. It will do 90 in under 4,000, in just under 4,900 revs, and yet still have the tranquility of a quiet engine. And it makes you wonder, how did Toyota actually manage to create such a beefy engine, well, not beefy, but raspy little engine, and yet make it still so quiet when on the motorway? Now, emissions wise, on the MPG, it returns in the mid to early to mid 60s. Now, that's amazing for a car of this size, and to the competitors like the Ford Fiesta or the Volkswagen Polo, which return 50 miles to the gallon. But 60 is really good for a car of this size, and it only pumps out 111 grams per kilometre of carbon dioxide, so it's perfect for both the economy and the environment. Now, because it only pumps out 111 grams of carbon dioxide per kilometre, it has quite low in tax for a car of this caliber, should we say. If you look at the Vauxhall Corsa, they charge you £150 a year in tax for a 1.2 that still has roughly about the same techniques as this car, still returns about 50 miles to the gallon, and you're looking at a good 150 we found out with Colin the Corsa. But it's amazing to get £125 per year annual tax for this car of nearly 15 years old. So let's see if she's running a little bit happier now she warmed up a little while ago, as it was moved into this position, because it's usually to the right hand side of the drive. Let's see. Absolute ease. I forgot about the window wipers. We're going to put some fans on because it's starting to steam up a little bit in here, and we'll let Yaris warm up. Okay, no, let's go and have a little look under the bonnet. Another great thing about this car is that the bonnet release pulley is literally just inside there, and it's because it's a Japanese car. So yes, well done, Yaris for being a Japanese and having that. So there we go. There is your 1 litre 8-valve engine. I told you she was idling a little rough, but that's an oxygen sensor. Very good car. So well done, Yaris, for that. Now, this car has been started for about a minute or so, and considering the windscreen was so fogged up at the start, it's great to see how well it's cleared. Yeah, and it's amazing to see how such of a big windscreen you have in such a small car. The front of the car does feel quite far away, especially as a driver, so that's probably not one of the best ideas, but still, it's quite near. You can roughly see the edge of it, so that's great for that around town manoeuvring. Now, inside you will see that the Yaris has lots of storage. We have a glove compartment, we have an overhead compartment, we have a cup holder, we have some more little cubbies down here, we have some little cubbies there. Please do mind my laptop, it's got my script on, as well as, and you can see me thumb, that's not the best, as well as generous sized door pockets for a vehicle of this size. Now, on the driver's side, you still have, hang on, I'm not used to this vlogging thing still quite hard to get used to. Now on the other side, on this side, you have the same cubby. You have some slots to put some coins. I've just knocked the window wipers. You have your drinks compartment still, and you also have some more cupboards here, same on that side, and you haven't got a parcel shelf. However, you have got a little shelf here. Sorry, you haven't got a glove compartment, but you've got a little shelf here that keeps things in. You've also got generous size pockets on here and in here. Yes, I apologise about the cleanliness of the car. I am going to do it next week, I do promise. And you also have some storage compartments in the middle, back there, and a cup holder here. One thing I also forgot to mention is that here you've got 2 electric front windows, the right one being an automatic and the left one just being a manual, but still automatic electric windows, fantastic. Also got your mirror controls, which are electric. Again, great to find in a car of this age and of this spec. And you also have your lights where you want them, how high up. Now you can hear the engine rattling a bit. Again, that's because it's idling a bit zhuzhy. But if you give it a zhuzh, it seems to stop and then start again. But never mind, we'll get that sorted, Yaris. We love you. Now, the practicality also for the Yaris, you have 5 doors. Now, this was available as a 3-door version or a 5-door version, and I think the practicality of a 5-door makes the Yaris even more special. You know, you could also get 3 or 5 door versions on the Mark 1, and someone's got some squeaky brakes behind me. Let's jump in. So I'm here in the back of Yaris Yaris, and it's not the most headroomy heights in the world, but leg room, it's absolutely amazing. This is fantastic compared to the Renault Scenic, which wasn't the greatest, but you've got loads of leg room here. And that seat is adjusted for a driver like me of 6 foot. You've got plenty of storage compartments down here. You've got little cubbies here, and you've also got small drinks bottle compartments there, and you've also got manual windows in the back. Nothing bad about manual windows. I mean, if they've got less chance of going wrong, and yeah, it's fantastic to see a car with the manual windows again, so that's good. Now, you would expect this car to have manual windows because it is the baseline model, but that doesn't take away our love for Yaris. Back in the driver's seat again, you will see the instrument cluster, which is digitalised, making it easy and clear to read. Now, this is good because you've got your fuel gauge, which is here, your tachometer, which is your rev counter. Listen to that 8-valve engine go. Your speedometer, your speedometer, and your mileage, which important for a car. You don't have a temperature gauge, but you do have this little light here, which is green and says cool, and when the engine gets to a normal working temperature, it will disappear. Annoyingly, we have got the orange light of annoyance there, but that again is due to the oxygen sensor that needs replacing, but we was aware of that, and we are going to get that done due course. Now, one thing you didn't have on the other Yarises, you had the tunnel vision, which is fantastic. As you see, it's if you move the camera about, you will see it has got tunnel vision, which is good for glancing up at the road and quickly glancing back, so your eyes don't have to adjust. It makes it seem far away, although it's only just a couple of inches away from the glass. But you've also got this. Let's put those up. You've also got this here. Now, this shows you your time, and it also gives you your instant miles per gallon. It gives you your average miles per gallon. It gives you your range in miles. It gives you your average miles per hour, and it also gives you your temperature and back to instant miles a gallon. Now, coming down the center console, you have got your all-important hazard lights. nice noise. You've got your radio. This is good. You haven't got a proper radio because the aerial doesn't work, but the sound on here out of a CD is also good. You've got your window controls. You've got 4-speed fan, which you didn't have on the what's the name on the Scenic because it only worked on number 4, but we're happy to say it works on all 3. You've got your where you want it, where it's coming through, so you've either got fresh air or recycled. You've got your front windscreen demister. You've got your front and feet. You've got your feet and face. You've also got your temperature controls here, easy to move and have a nice clicky sound for every single setting, and your rear demister as well. Now, as I said, this has a 5-speed manual transmission, which is easy to put into each gear and still has a nice firm, sounds like it's going in, with reverse down to the left, down to the right there. You also have your handbrake here. Hang on, let's just move you over. And the handbrake, manual handbrake, easy to use. Okay, you also have this cloth. You have the cloth two-tone interior with some of the bodywork showing there, and it's really nice to see that on a car because it just matches in with the grey plastic and the black fabric. Now, all this is plastic, but it's a nice sort of plastic, you know. You wouldn't want it anything else. As I was saying, the car has gone up to temperature and the light has gone off there, just there. Yeah, it's a smashing little car, and you know, you've got everything you need. You've got your headlights, flashers, high beams, and your rear fog lights. And with this car, the best thing you have is that raspy little 16-valve engine. Listen to that, sounds absolutely amazing. And this is for Ian of Hubnut. We will have a wiper test. And it doesn't have a triangle of doom, Ian, so probably one of the many reasons you like the Yaris. You said on your Twitter you like the Yaris. And also your washer test doesn't ridiculously go somewhere. It's all pointed at the screen, not behind or to the side, so fantastic. Also, you have your 2 visors, the passenger one with a mirror. You've got your 2 lights, and your just normal sun visor there. Fantastic. Oh, look, you can see in the mirror with the fresh new glasses. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, let's go and have a look at the exterior of the car. Now, on Yaris, there are a few little problems. Nothing major, but you've got a sticky door handle which has been fixed thanks to the use of a penetration oil of WD-40. You had a boot squeak, which you've still got a bit of a squeak, but it's not as bad. The boot struts aren't the greatest as it doesn't fully go up. Yes, it needs a wash. You have to sort of push it up, but you've got generous boot size. You've got a normal boot, which is at standard level, for easy for getting chopping in and out. But also under here you have these 2 knobs which says lock and unlock. If we put them to the unlock position and pull this up, sorry, that was locked, they're unlocked. If we put these to the unlock position and pull this up, you will notice we have got a whole nother boot level, taking this to a massive size of boot for this kind of city car. And I forgot why we didn't do these, because these didn't go in properly, a bit sticky, but never mind, that's locked now. We also have the aerial is missing, and it also has a bit of lacquer missing there, but I think that's getting done up soon, and she's a bit dirty, so we are going to give her a clean at some point. But under there you also have your exhaust, which is rattling a bit, you see, and dispersing water out that bay. But you know, that's because of the oxygen sensor. But it also that's because of the oxygen sensor not doing its job properly, needs fixing, I know. But you know, it still gives you this little raspy 8-valve noise. It sounds a bit like a race car, that does. It's fantastic. And I think that concludes our tour on Yaris Yaris. Such a lovely little car, fantastic, and we absolutely love her. I absolutely love her. My grandmother absolutely loves her. She's fantastic, and we're going to get those bits done on her ever so soon. So now the temperature has dropped a bit. It's a bit cold, but that brings us to the end of the Yaris video. I do hope you have enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed making it. She's a very lovely car, and I don't know how anybody could dislike the Yaris. So please hit like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to have a look at the Redbubble Driveshaft Dylan store, where you can get your own merchandise of this fantastic little car. That leads me to say, have a fantastic day, and or night or morning, whatever time you're watching this, and stay tuned for more videos and adventures with Yaris Yaris here. Cheery bye. Unbelievable. Maybe just one more time. Look at that. Fantastic.